Thank you so much, Mr. President. I am a member of the class of 2024, but not at all prepared to give the valedictory address, I can assure you. Lieutenant Governor Murphy, Chancellor Lowen, President McKinnon, Chair Hodder, thank you so much for highlighting our work at the Mass Casualty Commission. Intimate partner violence is an epidemic in this province, in this country. Thank you for highlighting that. That's really very important. Reverend Hummel. Madison and Mason, they were fantastic. Members of the Senate, members of the Board of Regents, faculty, particularly Professor Morash, the graduates of 2024, my classmates, families. Let me say, families, parents, grandparents, today you receive your receipt for services rendered and disbursements paid. And friends, thank you. I'm humbled by this tremendous honor. What a homecoming to come back. Since I graduated, and I've obviously been back before, but it brings back such memories back to 1976. It's a great honor for me, one of the greatest honors of my life, Madam Chancellor, and it's something I will always remember. C'est un très grand honneur d'être ici parmi vous ce matin. But this is all about the class of 2024, class being the operative word. Congratulations, you did it. This is your day. And as the President alluded, in my view, you're heroes. You're heroes. I mean, when you look at the annals of this university, there are certain moments in time, be it wartime, be it time of other strife, be it time of drought. You were there during the time of COVID, and you did it. You did it. Congratulations. And let that be your bond. Let that be you're a COVID grad. Let that be your bond. Let you take charge of that difficult experience and say to yourself, well done, you did it. My classmates, you are the future. Folks, just think of the brain power and potential right there. Just imagine that. You know, it's in my interest to be kind to you and nice to you. If I'm lucky enough to make it another 20 years, make no mistake, you will be the ones making the decisions when it comes to science, when it comes to medicine, when it comes to business, when it comes to law, when it comes to politics. You are our future. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you, and so excited and happy that you are indeed our future. And you're off to such an amazing start, having your degree from Mount Allison University. What an absolutely wonderful foundation. The finest university in the country, and I'm not alone in saying that. Such a generous spirit. You can feel it in the room here today. You can feel it on campus. And I was struck by just the leaders on the stage here today. I just marvel at it. Our chancellor from Grand Falls, Newfoundland. Our president from New Waterford, Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. Our chair of the Board of Regents from Glace Bay, next door to New Waterford, and Whitney Pier, next door to Glace Bay in New Waterford. That's where I'm from. All from working towns, labor towns, went to Mount Allison, and here we are. That's what Mount Allison does for you. This is Exhibit 1, I would say humbly, what Mount Allison does. From the Bay, Waterford, the Pier, and Grand Falls. So the title of my address to you today, members of the class of 2024, is, and take this the right way, get off your phone and get yourself to the pub or to Ducky's. So if you don't mind, Mr. President, for the next hour or so, I'm kidding. So this is a metaphor. It's kind of literal too, but it's a metaphor. Phone is a metaphor, being on your phone is a metaphor for isolation. And I just have this concern that COVID, one of the specters of COVID, has led us to isolation. And I just use the phone, being on your phone as a metaphor for that. And Ducky's and the pub, that's a metaphor for socializing. That's a metaphor for getting out there and meeting people face to face and interacting in a human way. Embrace the face-to-face intersection and take it on. I'm going to guarantee you, if you master that, that will be the key to your success. It's a dying art, I think influenced significantly by COVID. I'm mindful of my mother. She was a master at getting out there and meeting people and having that human interaction. From Cape Breton, if she were at this today and a reception afterwards, she wouldn't be happy until she figured out who each and every one of you were, where you came from, and if she couldn't quite figure it out, she would just make it up and put it all together. Communicating with words on a screen is not true human interaction. There's too much ambiguity, too much misunderstanding. So, metaphorically speaking, go to Ducky's and meet people and embrace human understanding. And what a small world it is, because at Stuart McKelvey, there's a second-year law student there, and she graduated from Mount A just a few years ago, Anna Ogutana, and we happened talking about today, and I was telling her a little bit about my theme, and she said, just tell him to go to Ducky's. So Annie, I should say, is responsible for that, and give her good credit for that. So get involved, engage in robust human action. And it doesn't have to, the forum is, I use Ducky's as a metaphor. It could be all kinds of different places where people gather. And I would say the key to robust human interaction is curiosity. Be curious. Have a genuine interest in the lives of others. Have a genuine interest in their experiences. You will learn so much. Be humble. Don't assume that you know all that there is to know. Trust me, it is, as the president said, lifelong learning. But be humble and engage the lives of others. You know, it seems like, and I'm no expert on the internet, trust me, but it seems like the internet with algorithms and social media kind of takes you to things you like and recommend it for you. Well, maybe get beyond that and go to places you haven't gone before and meet people and learn the world views of those around you. You will be so much richer for it. And I would also recommend that you go outside your discipline to do that. So You are the class in science. Go outside your discipline. And what a wonderful start Mount A is in that regard, because you have to go outside your discipline because it's a small university and you get to meet everybody. But I would recommend that you go outside your discipline, and I'd recommend a book for you. I've got 2 books for you for your reading. The first is called Range, and it's by David Epstein. And Range is about just that. It's about going outside your discipline. And specializations is very important, but not over-specialization, and learn about other disciplines. One example there is they used a military defense strategy to figure out how to properly do radiation in a cancer patient. Because if you do too much radiation, it will cause damage to the body. If you don't do enough, it won't be effective. And they actually pollinated it with someone with military experience. So I say that just to kind of broaden your horizons, and not only in meeting and embracing people, but outside of your discipline. And I'm also going to recommend, a little bit off topic, Winthrop Bell's biography is out, Breaking the Nazi Code. Winthrop Bell is here. His papers are here. He was a proud Allisonian. An amazing book, an amazing tribute to Mount A. And superimpose the rich diversity. I was struck by all of you and where you're from. Just to name a few: India, Vietnam, Palestine, all races, all ethnicity. Embrace those. What an opportunity for you to embrace, to live, and to learn. You know, many of our people have been excluded from our institutions in this country for far too long. It's nice to see that they are included. But they are not included just for their benefit. They're included for our benefit, to make us all richer. Please keep that in mind. And in addition to curiosity, I would recommend to learn to master the art of human interaction. I would recommend you infuse it with kindness. You know, there's a lot of ambiguity coming out of COVID, and a lot of ambiguity when you are dealing with just words on a page. A lot of misunderstanding. Overlay ambiguities with kindness. I recall when I chaired the Mass Casualty Commission in the midst of pain and sorrow and suffering and COVID, we developed what was called the COVID presumption. And the COVID presumption was, if something can be taken 2 ways, take it the kind way, take it the gentle way, take it the positive way. You know, when I chaired my first meetings, virtual meetings, sometimes people would turn off their screen. And of course, if you're chairing a meeting, that's equivalent to somebody walking out of the room. And you can say, wow, that's rude. Or you can say, as we've come to learn, actually the reception is better. Sometimes you have to take off your screen so you can turn off your screen so you can hear. Take it the positive way. Maybe someone's at the door. Maybe they're working from home and their child needs attention. And take ambiguity and superimpose kindness. You know, sometimes what you see as anger is actually fear. Sometimes what you see as anger is actually passion. Sometimes what you see as boasting or bragging is actually masking an insecurity. Sometimes someone who feels overconfident is actually masking nervousness. The wonderful Rita McNeil from Big Pond, Cape Breton, wrote a song, and one line is, "Who I am depends on who's doing the looking." So when you're doing the looking, look with a kind heart. I feel blessed to have a degree from Mount Allison. I feel even more blessed to have 2 degrees from Mount Allison. I feel blessed to be recognized. Most of all, I feel blessed to have all you, graduates. I'm confident and secure because we have you, the amazing class of 2024, The future is bright. My next 20 years will be bright thanks to you, and I'm greatly appreciative. I'm appreciative to the Mount Allison University, but as I said, I'm most appreciative to you for your endurance, your hard work. You are heroes, and please look after us. Thank you very much.